daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
Skin.land is the site where you can sell your skin within 2 minutes and receive money on your card, crypto, or other payment methods. It's very easy. Look, put email address, set trade link, and bonus for you. Click on the gift, enter my promo code, and get $10 for free if you sell skins for $100. Pick skins you want to sell, click the payment method you want, confirm trade, receive your money. On Skin.land, you can also buy skins. Why Skin.land? The prices are much better than in Steam. You can check it yourself. Link in the description.
That's exactly what's gonna happen now as well. Easy checks it long, saw the mid, now has to go. Blue White on one, Blue White on two. What was that? Blue White! Oh my goodness, could have been another frag. Easy. Indeed, pushing in through here aggressively. On the line once more. Lampada thinks there's only one. Checks it to the left side and now takes them all. Oh! Lampada on the spray transfer gets scored. He hasn't had great of games right now, so he has to pull through for his team. How much can he find? That's what we want on music.
Oh, the transfer!
Down the spray transfer, beautiful. He knows where the last one is as well. Lampada on the scout. Oh
my God!
What? Lampada! What was that?
What is that?
What just happened?
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Apollo Series 1, of course Phase 2, and we're currently having Nexus taking on the likings of Preezy here today in this beloved best of 3. We've already seen quite a bunch here in both of the groups, but first I'm joined of course by M&J. How are you doing, man, on this lovely Thursday it is, yeah, Thursday afternoon. Yeah.
Ah, my mic was muted. No one could hear me. All right, let's run that back. Let's start this again. Lovely day, sunny outside. Netherlands, very sunny. Blue skies,
yeah,
right?
This day, luckily.
Good day. But yeah, excited about this matchup. Nexus, they have been on a bit of a downward trajectory since the major and the RMR and whatnot. They haven't really been doing too great over these last couple of months. Preezy have been on the up, right? They've been beating opponents that are better than them and sort of climbing those rankings, filling the boots of that main Preezy roster that they succeeded. And yeah, whilst this is a one-sided matchup on paper, and theoretically Nexus should definitely be winning it, I do feel like there's a little bit more to this. There's quite a nice narrative of an underdog that have been doing very well against a team that are expected to perform, but have been sort of just underperforming recently.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to see, right? Nexus, as you said, on the downfall, and then the cherry on top is kind of them leaving Sound out, right? Sound parted away with the team a few days ago. Now bringing in Sia Sardu as their new up-and-coming sort of talent. Already being 23 years old, kind of. But he hasn't really had too many showings in terms of the teams where he's played for. He had himself a little time with Para in the beginning of this year. And back in the day with a team like One Tap, being a Romanian organization that has already also had their times every now and then. And Preezy, of course, as you said, maybe in the up. But that is because they signed their academy team, obviously, to be their main team. They kicked their main team. Now they're playing with their previous academy team. but they are obviously also climbing. Academy team, usually known to climb up those rankings and potentially get those players to the higher rankings eventually. But now, of course, they have the responsibility, as the previous Academy, to fill in the shoes of the main team. And that's a big responsibility to take. And this event will have to be that proving ground against the Nexus, as you said, that seemed to be a little shaken.
You know, when that main Preezy roster was dropped, we all know where they went. The best organization in the world, right?
For a small amount of time.
I'll take it. But yeah, as you say, there was actually quite a funny period with this Preezy roster when the Academy team got moved up to the main team. There was this brief period on HLTV where they were top 30. I think they were like 28th in the world. And there was sort of some funny tweets going around of these guys that are like not even a top 100 team, technically being in the top 30. Take a screenshot, send it out to sponsors, send it out to the Pratt groups.
Do it.
But yeah, I mean, ultimately, these guys have been doing very, very well. Even just in like EPL, going back, yesterday, they beat Eclot, like 2-1, right? And Eclot are a team that, if we were seeing Nexus versus Eclot right now, I'd actually be leaning in the Czech Republic's favour. I'd be saying, yeah, you know what, I think Eclot are the better team here. They took a 2-0 against Johnny Speeds. They lost 2-1 against Zero Tenacity, but still taking a map there. You know, they've had some really, really competitive matches against some very, very good sides. And even just going back a little bit further than that, wins against Sampi and Tropic Permitter, taking a map against Heroic. Oh no, sorry. That is the old roster. That is the old roster when we get to the heroic bit. But yeah, these guys have definitely been sort of taking names that are a punch above them, and I think we definitely could see the same here. Nexus could be that next team on the chopping block.
Yeah, I mean, at the if we're looking at the PGL major, I actually had the chance to spoke with Equip, the IGL from Preezy Academy, and he also said, like, okay, back then we were in ESEA main, we kind of choked the playoffs, although we did good in the other events, right? And that is kind of what we're gonna have today as well. Now you're playing against some of those big names, now you have the chance to prove us. Do what you weren't doing inside of that ESEA main. Do what you always wanted to. And play against, in my eyes, a very, very top team here still in the play. I've seen a game with Sio Sardu in there. And he looked pretty good. He seemed to be, at least on the fragging department, which Nexus is sometimes a little bit lacking of, he seems to be that good fill-in, but he's still very, very new in terms of playing with the team. So we're going to have to see if he's going to be able to fill the shoes of Sound in this regard. It will be a very slow mids approach, and that's why Preezy, stacking up 4 towards that A side, or B side rather, will be surprised to see Griller fall and the site to be taken.
Well, Nexus were able to break the curse a few days ago when they beat Alternate Attacks. Prior to that, they were on a 7-series loss streak. Right now, bomb site obtained, man advantage, C4 beeping away. And Preezy sort of locked out of this. They don't have a kit either, so a very short fuse on this round. Becky at least will take one back, but the Glocks crunch, and that is going to be done and dusted. Nexus pulling it together. And a great round from Zello. 4 kills and happy days. Gets out of there with some jewelies too.
Yeah, stacking middle on the pistol. As a T, it's a good time, because Preezy didn't go for this, expecting an extremity push. No cigar in the end. The round easily going to the Romanians. They will be forcing up with all they can. Trying to play a little anti-eco. Hold, of course, 2 towards A in case of a push. 2 towards B, but as no early push was taken, you can see BTN trying to look for a potential mid-stack. He's suspecting something. Oh, they're triple towering up. This is the Tower of Death. Well, BTN has seen him. Should be able to deal with all the players with the flash support. BTN lines up 3, to then seeming to fall. All the Mech 10s get the kill, so that's so much cash taken. Nexus pretty happy with that one.
They certainly should be. Pretty much as clean as it gets. And trotting on into the next with a couple of rifles. That single Mag 10, that's okay. They'll play that slight bonus for Preezy. Perhaps a slight foot in the door. 4 M4s, a decent amount of util. Still lacking on the kit front, right? Which is a little bit worrying if we do find ourselves in a post plant. But 15 seconds expended on the clock. A little bit of pressure already applied as Nexus just spread around this map. A 3-man stack here from Breezy over towards this B side.
I like the setups Breezy have been going for, right? Not going for the usual, now sticking 2 towards middle. Probably will be the ones to go and try and re-aggress. Kind of leave an A there out. Well, once they hear this molly coming in, there will certainly be some rotations. Some players starting to feel pressure is getting on. No fights yet, right? Bomb picked up. Seeing where BTN will move his men towards. As it seems like with all the pressure they've obtained towards the A site, that seems to be the name of the game here.
Mac 10. So we don't want to aggress any further. Grilla's just around this corner. Raga so patient. 40 seconds left on this clock. They've cut it down fine, but now the first domino will topple. And Breezy are going to start to pull the rotations over.
Yeah, having a chance. Got still Tiocerdo waiting, of course, in the mid door, trying to expect a push to come in, but with the Mac 10, that's not the weapon for the job. They're rotating around. A little bait and switch coming through. With B-side getting challenged, is Virus in a very rough spot. Needs to fight multiple. That's already the one. A dink on the second, but no way to hold. Nexus break the side right open. And Breezy might be better off saving at this point in time. No kit like we mentioned. So a bomb plant is then deadly. And that's what we're facing right now. A third for Nexus.
A massive time to step up, especially in a bit of a bonus round like that. Remember, they had a couple of Galils. They had that Mac 10. I wouldn't go as far as to say they were expecting to lose it, but they were in a position where they could somewhat brush it off if that was the result. Instead, not only do they win it, but they come out with 4 rifles. They're able to upgrade from those couple of Galils, from that Mac 10. Raga finds himself with an M4, taking a ton of damage, but only a single casualty. And a great start hit for their opponent's map pick, just putting their foot down early. And really riding the wave. As for Breezy, 2 saved M4s, but they haven't got the cash to invest around it. Luckily, they've got the loss bonus, so we'll see a bit of a half buy and a proper investment in the next.
Yeah, so far so good, right? Shocardo having himself a pretty good showing already. Little bit of skepticism around him, or sound rather, leaving. It looked like he was kind of joining forces at the top of the scoreboard most of the time, and Nexus having troubles getting a heavy hitter in their team, then getting your heaviest hitter kind of out. Really not the way they wanted things to go, but bringing in a very talented player now. Showing up once more. Nexus trying to take control over that A side once more. The molly usually results into a push after. Braga getting flashed himself into Urson. Chance that could be created. Flash as an answer. But no kill coming in. Breezy has left B. They're really expecting some hell of a play to come out, or they want to force a play and get an entry, but if B-side's taken now, Nexus will have an easy side take ahead. Great double from Cello. That's mid broken open. All of them now towards the A side. Cello spotting out another. Still a free chance to move up towards the B side. Urson getting equipped out. Now both of them are on the A side, so an easy side should be yours. Once again, a well played round for Nexus. You see that Breezy tries to do some alternative plays, but just nothing seems to work at the moment. Oh, wow.
So sick. See you later. No chance to save. Spray transfer gorgeous as well. Doesn't have too much bearing on the round, but denies Breezy any opportunity to hold on to those rifles. They're going to be on a buy hit regardless, so it's like, nothing too crazy, but just showing no mercy, right? Really giving Breezy nothing to celebrate. 4-0. This is a great start here for the Romanians.
Yeah, they're looking brilliant. As I said, right, Breezy, this is sort of a game where they can excel themselves in to prove that they're worthy of the seat here. Still a round robin stage, so all the games do matter. But if you're losing this one 2-0 very convincingly, you gotta be looking. Potential lower bracket run having to come through straight off of that. Won't be easy. This 4-0 start really looking like that could be forgiving thing. Good spray from Skes, taking a little bit of damage on Raga. He's going to be applying some pressure towards B, which Nexus really haven't done yet. Might be expecting, Breezy rather, might be anticipating on it being a B play. Well now, also A is being challenged with just a singular being there for Breezy. So Nexus is kind of toying with them. Applying pressure early to B and then hitting A straight after. This could be a very nice execute. Good kill for BTN. Spray down with the trade. It's all down to Virus on the site as an op. So a chance to mow them all down. That's already one. Burning behind the cake as he falls away. It's just a 1-for-1. Traded once more. Raga burns to a crisp. Well, the site has been taken over. Boom should go down. And a 2-on-2 retake ahead.
It's the closest round that we've seen here for Breezy so far. But still not going to be an easy task. 2 flashbangs left for Nexus. A single for Breezy to work with. So no smoke, no molly to flush anybody out. There is a kit in play, but beautiful flash from Zello. And it allows them to find that first kill and get the info on where the second man lies. Becky is the one without the kit too. So as Zello knows he's off the bomb, he can just toy with time. Becky, by the time he goes and grabs that kit, it's too late. He's locked out of things. He has to fall away and hold on to that rifle. Zello will carry it through for a 5th. And Nexus, whilst it comes a little close for comfort, whilst it comes down to the 1v1, they still keep the rounds coming.
I mean, that's also experience, right, showing. Some players would just run in, start jumping. Cello takes his sweet time, tries to still bait out the shot from Becky to just fall back in, tuck back into the corner. Still nothing for the side of Breezy. Calling it a tactical pause because things will have to change. It's still just the CT side right of Anubis, but how long can you keep on saying that it's just the CT side once Nexus gets on going and potentially starts winning the half already without any answer from the Danes?
Well, a quick pause here because yeah, they can clearly see things are going wrong, and you know, I think our brains are still wired into thinking that a 5-0 start isn't anything too significant, but nowadays it is, right? MR12 can be quite cruel, and 5-0, not a lot of money here for Breezy. Should likely go 6 for Nexus without any major troubles, and then they've already hit that benchmark. Desert Eagle making its way down middle. AK just spamming through this smoke.
Pretty decent. Well, no opener has been taken. You can see Nexus, I mean, they really haven't been challenged towards the A side all that often, right? Breezy has given up A main so many times. A singular molly, and that just allows you to go for a late A exact. That kill comes out of nowhere. Equip the IGL, instantly falling. And so mid can be challenged as well. Breezy seems to have no control whatsoever. Well, BTN is moving through. Griller inside of the smoke. They're hugging each other at the moment. Might be trying to swing on forward. Griller shooting them down. Cello with the trade, looking for another. All of them on middle. Cello can mow him down. Spots out a few, running in. That allows Nexus to get towards the A side freely. But the numbers are still tied in this round.
Oh, it's a carbon copy of what we saw in the last. It's been an A-site simulator here for Nexus as well. Not touching the opposite end of the map. Bursts in, big headshot, damage dealt, and they've confirmed the final 2 here are towards camera with 9 points of health between them. Even though at face value this is a 2v2, I'm not surprised they want nothing more to say about it. So they're going to back away. They'll hold these rifles on to the next. Again, deja vu here. But given what they had to work with coming into this round, given the fact this was a half buy for a full in the next, it's not terrible. Like, they can sort of come away with a couple of rifles here and say, yeah, you know what, that wasn't too bad. They do need to get a grasp on that A-bomb site. They're losing it too easily. Going 1-for-1 and playing for the retake clearly isn't enough. Nexus are too powerful in these post plants.
How do you want to go for a post plant or a retake rather with just 9 points of health, right? Boosting up, getting some damage up on the board, and no cigar in the end. Again, Breezy playing that one pretty well, but it was with just pistols, right? So we didn't even expect them to get that close. They need to do well on the rounds where it's actually provided to them for the most part. Again, so much A-main control. I feel like Breezy will this time try to get some control back. You can see Equip there. Together with Griller, of course, having a flashbang lined up any moment. That smoke will start to fade. Looking for some control, but Nexus will answer with a push on their own. The smoke will blow open. Rug out with an entry. Trades coming through. You might want to take a main, but it still is Nexus. I can't believe it, actually. Yeah. They're taking a main, and it just still doesn't work. They're literally doing what they're supposed to do, but Nexus have an answer to it.
And honestly, it's so demoralizing, right? You almost want to like be playing your default and continue to lose main and say, oh, well, there's still something we can be doing here, right? But the fact that they're continuing to change up their setup, to put extra men, extra firepower in the right places, and still losing those duels, still losing the control. We've hit a point here with Nexus as well, and okay, they've taken a few casualties in the last couple of rounds, so the cash isn't crazy. But they've accumulated enough rounds, and the finances are at a point, especially for Zello and co, that they can start to hunt here. And Preezy will get away with all three, so at least there's some silver lining there, but they're 7-0 down. And Nexus, again, just haven't touched this B-bomb site. If it isn't broken, don't fix it. They've got this A execution down to a T, and they'll just keep going for it.
Yeah, and you would say, like, okay, at some point, Zello, get that off out, you know, it hasn't been needed. Right, really. As you see on CS2, usually, right, the op at least put out a lot less, particularly on that T side. But yeah, if it's not needed, as you said, it's not broken, why would you want to fix it out yourself? It's not needed. They're going for A aggression once more, this time getting the better of him. A double for Griller. No utility that got thrown for Nexus. You at least stop them in their tracks. And that might be the beginning of a lovely round. Ferris getting himself another. Taken down middle. Now Nexus approaching the B side, which they haven't done before. Doubting themselves in unknown territory. With a minute left on the clock and rotation from Breezy now going back towards the B side. They think, will this be the round that Nexus goes B? And they're hella right. Just a minute. Nexus will have to go this B side direction. There's no way to fall back anymore. No time for it. They do have utility to flush out some of the players. But they're just seeming to go for the contact play. Up close, Cash, fall in, make it 2. Oh boy, back to the side. Becky having a little bit of trouble. Eventually finding the kill, leaving Xello in a tough spot. Now having to do it all himself. A flash that he will seem to dodge. Up close, still seen Xello. Once more bait in and falling away. Speaking of a round for Breezy. Walk through, go for a play, Whip is waiting. Only hits in BTN once, they try to run on forward, they try to challenge. Whip here being close, help arrives of course, and should be up for a little more as they're spraying through the door. Again, Equip going for another swing, expecting the op around the corner. Cello has lined up 2 though, but needs a little more. In the meantime, A is taken under control. Nexus very isolated from each other. 1 on A, 1 mid, 1 B, now trying to regroup, trying to get the pieces back together. Although the setup from Breezy looks still pretty promising, there could be a peek through the water. Although, Chokard will be the one to At least stop that by going through carpet. A side will be taken. Zello goes fishing! And he finds the no-scope. Reads it perfectly. And now you are in a tough spot if you're Breezy. I mean, that kill felt like it was made with a deagle, but as you said, just a Glock, right? So incredibly powerful, and at some points, at least on low HP, right? If we're talking about 100 HP armor players, you can hit him probably 20 times for like 10 damage. That didn't happen this time around, for now. Again, around for Nexus. Breezy answers, of course, with fire. But Nexus get it back up in the board and still are looking to have a very dominant half coming.
Heavy stack into middle. And a great flash, but how? How does Becky not get away with anything there? Just ridiculous. At least the trade will go the other way. He brings it into a 4-on-4, but good timing. Out from the stairs, lots dealt, but no cigar. And into a 4v4. But to be honest, Dustin's done well to just slip out of that with his life.
Happy to still be there. Hasn't fallen away. Breezy stacked towards B, while once more Nexus goes elsewhere. At some point you should start to realize, right, that Nexus have gone, have a 95% execute A rate. And this time around they will realize, but maybe a little too late to stop the site from being taken over. Virif in a very rough spot. Arp missing. Just by a hair, a second player joining in Griller. As soon as they will start to push, there could be a swing, but with the smoke, isolates him completely. Bomb will look to go down. Griller, the final piece of the pie remaining on the heaven to try and stop it. BTN down to 11. This round has made it possible as Griller reads BTN through the smoke. I don't know how this has fallen for Nexus. They were in the best spot they could have ever been. Op found, round picked up. Breezy get away with murder.
Well, finally, I guess they work it out. It's Griller and on his own merit, right? So I don't know how much praise you can give to Breezy as a whole, but a much needed clutch, right? Holding things down there, keeping a very important round alive. And that sounds bizarre given the fact that they're 8-2 down. But, you know, you give Nexus 9, you give them a 9-3 worst case. By winning that round there, keeps the dream alive of an 8-4 half, which for your CT side of Anubis actually isn't too bad. As long as they can propel themselves off a bit, pull together another 2 here, then this is still very, very recoverable. So Austin will take some space behind the smoke.
Little play could come out. BTN. Looking to throw in a little play. Here comes the molly. Raga. Now taking some pressure towards the B side while A is getting pushed. Ursin, tough task ahead while he loses his life. Breezy will go on to push for more. Zello could be faced with Disaster. Disaster might strike. He's trying to recover. Gets away with more than he could have ever wished for there. Getting one is absolutely amazing. Could be heartbreaking for the opponent. Virus coming through. Spray coming in. BTN a little bit longer than he wanted to. But kill is kill. And round is actually still doable for either team, although BTN has been red going towards the A side. Still has a chance, of course, to cross. The molly might make things a little awkward. Both running through camera. BTN, here's them clubbing close. Trying to swing, playing around the cake. He's still running. All of them are chasing. Oh no, they're running in circles. BTN still standing.
Ridiculous.
Oh, he almost makes it happen. But it's Griller grilling him in the end. Oh boy. Oh boy.
The fact that he nearly gets that is just ridiculous. Breezy, don't just, like... And it's a real testament to their lack of composure here. For them not to just say, hold on a minute, let's stop running around in circles. Let's stand still. There's two of us. There's one of him. We can crunch him here. Let's just play smart about this. And yeah, they almost actually give it to him. With a bomb plant and 4 kills, there'll still be a bye for Nexus, no doubt, going into the final of the half. But that 8-4 dream still alive from Breezy. Back-to-back rounds where they keep one player alive. But as I say, it doesn't really matter how you get there as long as you get it over the line. Disadvantage for Nexus, sent the other way, but short-lived as Ragger's traded. Into the 4-on-3, minute 20 on this clock.
Responses that should be made. Bomb, of course, still far away to be picked up. One being close in Chocardo. 3 on B still for Breezy. So Cello can get this kill towards camera. All of a sudden your A site is weakened very badly. There we have it. That should be the name of the game. 2 players seen on A, or 2 players seen on B rather. And now they've known. Now they know what's going on. Cello expecting a rotation to come out. Urson already running as fast as he can towards the A site. This is rough for Breezy, but they gotta go for this. They have a kit, but a post plant with Cello waiting on camera with an AWP is dangerous, to say the least.
Certainly is. 2v2. Intact Virez creeping around. Zello for now has got his back turned, so there was a little window there where timing could have been perfect, but instead Ursin's found the shot in main, and Zello now suspects that the last coming from camera, misses the mark. Bomb being tapped. Virez might be able to flush him out, but there's not a lot of time on this bomb. Zello's just going to throw himself at it as Ursin is confident for the trade. He'll take it. He'll make it 9-3 for Nexus. It's a very, very good half. And it's scary to me that it could have and probably should have been more, right? Those 2 rounds there towards the end came down to those 1v1 situations. And Breezy have looked very, very absent from this map.
Yeah, it hasn't been their best showing, that's for sure. It's really, really looking grim on their side. Although, with the T side and a pistol, you never know what will be happening, right? That's the thing you're really hoping for, although Nexus will definitely have their setups ready. If you're looking at a player such as BTN, I mean, we recently saw that. Still, remember the graphic, right? BTN is the 2nd longest standing player in a singular org, in a singular team. Of course, his team has swifted around quite a bit, but always been in the Iranian scene. If you're talking about a guy with experience, it is, in fact, BTN. So he will try, and definitely has, the way of getting his teams around the block in case Breezy tries something cheeky. They're doing the same as Nexus did. Funnily enough, they went for a no mid stack while they're going for a mid pistol themselves. BTN the first to find himself an entry. Triple A stack as well. Make it even more. BTN is the man to do it all. Fully enough, you're going middle and you're getting beaten apart by Nexus.
Yeah, that's beautiful from Nexus. And talking about BTN's tenure on this roster, it's actually hit a point where it's just ridiculous now, right? I remember like 3 or 4 years ago talking about BTN and saying, wow, he's been part of Nexus for 4 years.
Yeah,
in a month and a half, it's going to be 8 years since he joined this organization. And he has not left since the day he joined. I think he's a fantastic leader. He's quite inconsistent as a player. Sometimes he has games where he's just having an absolute stinker. Sometimes he has games where he steps up and plays incredibly well. Right here, he's in for a bit of a field day as the Glocks charge him. M4 mows him down, but runs out of bullets. Only good for the 2.
Cleaning up crew for Nexus players. I mean, looking back at that legacy, right, it reminds me of a player in the Netherlands. Obviously, we have the Eredivisie, the competition for football, and recently a player in FC Heerenveen, or no, PEC Zwolle it was. That is some team that is always kind of switching between the 2nd division and the 1st. A person or one player is usually, or has retired like a few weeks ago. He's been part of it like for 17 years or something, right? He has been in the same team for over that course constantly. He hasn't been in any other team, right? BTN just reminds me of that, right? And they're still of course, a lot of years hopefully to follow for him. Hopefully he's not retiring anytime soon, because although Nexus, you know, you're always waiting for results, you can see that with the armor and everything, there is possibilities, right? He still has what it takes. And we see it in this game as well. Nexus is still up there.
And for those of you that don't watch Dutch football and watch the Premier League like a normal person,
Yeah.
basically the equivalent of Mark Noble, right? Joined West Ham back in 2004 and only actually stepped down from the team a couple of years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, it was 20 odd years or something. He was part of that squad. Unbelievable. Man advantage here though for Breezy, so maybe something for them to work with. So slowly start to crunch their way over towards the B side of things. The MP9, the one man on the site. But a well-timed smoke does actually buy him a little bit of space here.
And a chance. Shows Skardu is waiting up close, falling away. Ragat lining up 2 to take it back to a 2-on-2. There is a flank. BTN has the chance with Skash being down low. Could have an easy fight here coming close. Smoke will seem to fade. Kill goes through. BTN. We asking if he still got it. And the answer is yes. What a play from the old dog. Not the youngster anymore. But still. Having the aim like one. That is a brilliant move from BTN.
Yeah, that is incredible. And that pushes them on to 12 as well. So, powerful, powerful stuff. Betting odds from our partners over at EGB for the first map winner. I mean, it doesn't get much more one-sided than that. And I do not blame them. This has been a real dominant showing. The 3 rounds that Breezy have taken haven't even felt particularly convincing. Now going into what could be the final round of this map. It's a couple of Galils, a couple of AKs, a MAC-10, far from a perfect investment. Big shot from the sniper.
Well played, all in all. Could be done right now. Flank of course still through. Raga getting beaten, so chances to recover for sure. Breezy has the line. And as the II prediction suggests, 70% to win this. Nexus could still be something in the air. Flashes and Utah that will be lined up for a retake.
Flash in. Virez. Oh, under a lot of pressure. But whilst he falls, Becky and Grilla will be able to pick up the rest of the pieces. So, well, Breezy hold on for a little bit longer. Whether or not they can bring this back the distance is another question. But to be honest, in the context of a best of 3, because this isn't a best of 1, right? If this was a best of 1, you're sort of killing over and losing by now. But in the context of a best of 3, losing 13-3 really sort of tanks the confidence, it tanks the morale. If they can pull together a few rounds here, if they can make this somewhat of a palatable scoreline, maybe a 13-8, 13-9, something like that, they're going to be feeling a lot better about the whole ordeal, right? They're going to be going into the second map with a bit of confidence, bit of momentum. Definitely something for their T side, which is likely where they'll be starting on Nuke. Vera's doubling down with the AWP. We've seen very few moments with him on this sniper throughout this map. So, nice time for him to step up. But it is short-lived as Raga sends one the other way.
And Raga on the usual second op, showing up why he is considered one. Okay, equip. Reading it through, managing to find the kill. Still Raga on the main op this time around. And you mentioned Nexus usually having some more struggles as well on that CT side. Usually the better team on the T side, which is one of the only teams I can confidently say that's true about. 5-7. Short-lived that chance, as that could have been the round-winning play. Breezy having the B side taken over. Raga with an op in this retake. I mean, we've seen him get 1 earlier in this round, now needing 2 to solidify it. And an op and a retake, not the weapon for the job, but make it 2 and give them a chance. BTN calls, you can go for it, mate. We might be able to finish this one off. Equip is watching out in the open. Raga is still trying to swing. Didn't spot him. Oh, swimming around. He could have found it. Equip with the clutch, though. An op for good matters, and another round for good matters indeed for Breezy.
Yeah, unfortunate timing, quite well played from Equip. I'm surprised he's still looking over towards Temple, if I'm honest. Once that molly went down and Raga faked the steps going back, I really did think that Equip would be anticipating the CT approach. Raga regressing. Just unfortunate that he doesn't spot him first time round when he peeks in. Nexus down to a full eco here, so should be a bit of a breeze for Breezy. Yeah, they'll just waltz in on this A site. No major troubles. Mac 10 to lead the charge and mow them down. The cash that comes with it won't really do too much for them. A couple of kills from Nexus. In fact, BTM might be able to make another. No, they're checking for him. So, yeah, not too bad from either side. A bit of a break-even point for a full eco. Yeah, Preezy on to 6.
For now, we're all thinking it's still a fake comeback, right? I mean, Preezy got to prove us a little more. 6 still needed. It isn't impossible, but it's still looking like Nexus can just pull one round out of the head out of nowhere. Going for like an aggressive play, like a stupid one towards BRA, right? Or just a mid-aggression like this. Missed shot.
Oh, no.
BTN, that's going to take water. Matters into his own hands, while from Connector as well. Few players are taking loads of control, and this is the round I'm talking about. This is what makes BTN such a nice caller. All of a sudden, you have so much control, he pulls something like this out of the head, and you're wondering how Preezy can break this setup.
Yeah, they've got such good positions here. If Preezy can pull this together, pull themselves to maybe 9 rounds, then we can have a conversation about a world that they make this happen. But right now, they are in such a tough position. Becky. Creeping through, leg spotted. Oh, actually, BTN pulling the trigger but not finding the kill alerts them to the idea that canal control has been taken. They then look down, they kill his teammate, he's next to fall, and this is crumbling for Nexus. Amazing positions, but they do not hit the mark.
Won't be coming through. And now, Urson in a 1 versus 4 might be better off saving, unless Nexus wants to go into economical hell again. 3.4k, I think they've already established that full loss bonus long time ago, but gotta be a little careful as well, because you might have to go for Armored Eagle and constantly have a half buy, full buy situation, and then with it being a 12-7, 12-8, you're only gonna have 2 more full buys before it might be overtime. Oh boy, Preezy, making us believe. And the fact that they can break such promising setups as well for Nexus, you might be wondering what Nexus can do to get themselves around. Go back to the normal. That's also not worked. BTN is gonna think, and think a lot about how to approach and break this Preezy side once. Urson will die here for sure. I mean, look at Vera's position, never mind! Okay. Good job, Urson, and he picks up an op as well. That's gonna go straight in the hands from Xello.
You bite your tongue, Mr. Dutch boy. Yep. You never underestimate Urson.
Nope.
Couple of really nice kills. To be honest, and a bit of miscoordination there as well from Preezy. You know, instead of pushing him together, they've gone 1 by 1, and they've given him that opportunity to actually isolate the 2 duels. The AWPer missed the initial shot, which is a little awkward as well. But 7, the mark that they were looking for. Not much of a buy here from Nexus, so 8 should be definitely obtainable. They're making this work.
Some good control, Urson. Smoking him off, the spray coming in. Damage on a little bit, Xello down low. He's going for combat AWPing, and I don't know why he wanted AWP in such an advanced position, and so paying the price for it as well. That looked like a headless play. And the 1%. And we would see Nexus win this, definitely. Maybe even lower. 5-7s. And that will be falling short. Preezy, now up to 8.
Yeah, sort of the the expected outcome of this round, to be honest, unless either that AWP or that M4 was going to do anything too crazy. It was going to be to buy him the net. Shot from Raga. If you can make this expensive, then it actually doesn't really matter. The T's have got enough to buy into this next regardless, so they're not saving any rounds for a rainy day. The second that they lose one, it's game over. But I think if Raga could have snatched away an AK and survived there, it would have been nice. Regardless, full buy and play. Anubis showing us just how powerful this T side can really be. And it's unfortunate that they didn't give themselves more of a margin for error, right? They took a few more rounds early on in that first half. They made it a 6-6 half. I think we'd have a really competitive game on our hands. Vira's boosted over the top, but BTN's so patient. Left-hand corner. If he peeks out, Vira's has got to hit a monster flick. If he doesn't, then they're going to think that middle is for free. And BTN anticipates it, reads him like a book, and finds the early advantage.
Good play. That's the start of a miracle. Round 4 the side from Nexus. They just needed one. That was their task already for quite some time. With that opener, beginning is made for success. Rotation for Breezy coming through all the way towards the B side. That's where they're setting up for. Best of 3 winner odds provided by EGB shifted a slight bit, but still expected Nexus all the way. Their own map pick still coming, and now being a 5 versus 4. Play coming through in towards long. Smoke as well to stop it. They're going to move in a little quicker unless Nexus is going to set up with 3 or 4 towards the B side. Soon rotation should be called. Here comes the nade, blowing open the smoke. Chocardo falling. BTN still hiding on the back of the side, joined by Raga. The duo trying to stop it, but they won't be able to. Broken once again. Breezy showing what they're made of and still continuously finding success.
Well, despite the fact that it's only a one-man advantage, Nexus, of course, want nothing to do with this. That AWP and the M4 will be featured going into round number 22, but yeah, this now starts to get dicey. I said we'd have a conversation about this at 12-9, right? We're now there. Breezy are actually making this happen.
Getting closer and closer. Yeah, that conversation, I mean, I've said before, right? Nexus, they're notorious for their good T side, yet their weak CT. On Anubis, it is notorious to have a good T side and a weaker CT. Now they're gonna show us how advanced they are with their newest addition playing on a 13-13 KD. You wouldn't suggest him being the problem. How can they solve this? Who can they accelerate? It should probably be Cello. Already having 20 kills and counter, and the AWP in play. You might need him to set up. This time around, they won't be attempting middle, just playing for the extremities. Hoping for Breezy to make a misstep or do something, but Breezy's going to go towards B, making rotations towards A, potentially coming through all the way in middle, giving them a chance to flank around. That's a fake smoke towards Temple, anticipating on the mid to A. Well, they're just gonna go for a BXX soon. This could be troublesome, as Nexus is only there with 2 on that B side.
Vira's nice shot. Might be able to follow up with more. No, instead, it's Ursin to send it back the other way, but an instant trade. The numbers stay in the T's favour as they walk up. Have they spotted one con, or just the spidey senses kicking in? Oh my god. How have they not cleared Raga? He's only good for the single. Had he spun around and taken another, this would have been a very different round, but Incendiary coming a little too late. And a 3v2 post-plant, smokes are up, but Zello's got the wrong tool for this.
And this round executed so well. a smoke towards Temple, and Breezy has never done that. So you expect it to be a mid to A. Nexus have zero control over A main, so they don't suspect anything to be towards the B side as well, right? And so Nexus rotate around, thinking it must be an A exec. Well, it's just a B push all along. Raga getting taken away, and now also Cello not able to save the AWP going forward. Breezy is on 10. And I don't think Nexus is going to have the money to go for an investment in this round. So they might have to go for a light one this point in time. And then round 24 will be the main look into Nexus. Or else we're going all the way into overtime after what looked like an absolutely done deal.
Certainly did look like a done deal, right? I don't know how they've gotten away with this. BTN just tucked behind this pillar. Molly down, sprays away, good for 2, and Equip will eventually trade it, but a man advantage. MP9 follows up for more, and Breezy, after all that hard work, right after all that hard work, they topple on just trying to play through the smoke on A. It's disaster. And Sked just got to hold it together, but bringing it to a 2v1, he might actually have a chance here.
I don't know if that's overconfidence or what, but if Skes can take this round, it certainly didn't matter whatsoever. He doesn't have the bomb. Yeah, now he realizes it, but tries to make steps to potentially fall away, but they have control, they have the setup. There's no way Skes wins this, right? I'm not too sure. Spotting out the arm, and then the swing. As you said, after all that hard work, you're gonna go for an Hail Mary play through the smoke. All in all, the victory found, of course, by the side from Nexus, so they will be happy nevertheless, but oh boy, did that go close. Nexus will probably say, we make it close for the content, but I think they were sweating their balls off.
Yeah, certainly one way of putting it. I think you're probably right. As I say, at the end of the day, in the context of a best of 3, because this isn't just a best of 1, right? They're going to be feeling maybe a little hard done by that they weren't able to take that the distance, but they're going to be feeling better about approaching this second map, right? Had they have toppled 13-3 there, you know, the morale's low, the confidence is low. You're thinking, guys, we just got absolutely blasted on our own map pick. There's really nothing to take away from that. There's nothing to feel, you know, even remotely confident about. But as I say, building up a decent T side there, moving on to the T side of Nuke, that's something that's translatable. And even if you say they lose the series, they can go back and that's a reasonably valuable demo to watch.
True, yeah.
Sort of working out why things went wrong when they were on their defense and why things worked on their T side. But yeah, I mean, it's actually fairly competitive, and it was nice to see a bit of a resurgence from Breezy towards the end there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that second map. We'll drop it into a short break. When we return, it will be Nuke to try and see if Nexus can take this one all the way.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
Skin.land is the site where you can sell your skin within 2 minutes and receive money on your card, crypto, or other payment methods. It's very easy. Look, put email address, set trade link, and bonus for you. Click on the gift, enter my promo code, and get $10 for free if you sell skins for $100. Pick skins you want to sell, click the payment method you want, confirm trade, receive your money. On Skin.land, you can also buy skins. Why Skin.land? The prices are much better than in Steam. You can check it yourself. Link in the description.
bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
Skin.land is the site where you can sell your and receive money on your card, crypto, or other payment methods. It's very easy. Look, put email address, set trade link, and bonus for you. Click on the gift, enter my promo code, and get $10 for free if you sell skins for $100. Pick skins you want to sell, click the payment method you want, confirm trade, receive your money. On Skin.land, you can also buy skins. Why Skin.land? The prices are much better than in Steam. You can check it yourself. Link in the description.
That's exactly what's gonna happen now as well. Easy checks it long, saw the mid, now has to go. Blue White on one, Blue White on two. What was that? Blue White! Oh my goodness, could have been another frag. Easy. Indeed, pushing in through here aggressively. On the line once more. Lampada thinks there's only one. Checks it to the left side and now takes them all. Oh! Lampada on the spray transfer gets scored. He hasn't had the greatest of games right now, so he has to pull through for his team. How many can he find? That's what we want on music.
Oh, the transfer!
Down the spray transfer is beautiful. He knows where the last one is as well. Lampada on the scout. Oh
my God!
What? Lampada! What was that?
What is that?
What just happened?
Yep, that was the first map, ladies and gentlemen. Nexus taking it in convincing fashion, even though the first half, of course, we all know what that was. It was Crazy getting a little ready. And now that we are in that best of three, like we mentioned a little bit earlier, of course, we are going to see the second and hopefully the third map right for Prezi to kind of show. And at least it's given me a little confidence that there's more in the air for Prezi.
Yes, yeah, definitely. I mean, there's a couple of things here, right? Not only was that first half just super dominant, but actually it was 4 on the bounce in the second to bring it 12-3. So it felt like Nexus had everything right up until the finish line, and then they dropped the ball a little bit. Now, going on to this second map in Nuke, it is their pick, so you're expecting them to be the better side. However, giving Prezi that luxury of starting off on the defense is sometimes going to be a bit of a contingency. Right now, they're swarming the ramp control. They've found the opening picks. They've taken so much leg room, and that molly should force a quick right back. So him and Becky, not a lot to do in terms of stopping them from getting down to this B site.
Yep, getting the bomb plant. Nexus looking good on the T side most of the time. They're showing it time and time again. BTN is having a little barrage. This game for sure has been his domain. And here on Nuke, he shows that once more. Okay, Nexus, T round start. A good grip on this game is required to take it 2-0. And this is the exact way you wanted to start things off with it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's looking very good start for Nexus, and not really giving any silver linings, I think, is really an important thing for Prezi as well. If they find a few kills there, if they keep that close, then there's maybe justification to go for a buy here. Without that, there's this sort of awkward position where they say, well, you know what, we found 1 kill in the pistol round, we kind of have to eco here. Interesting setup, though. Boosts on either side of the rafters, equipped down in the middle. A CT sandwich here on the A site, and if anyone wants to walk into it, then they will surely be punished. I really like this left side rafters boost. I actually think this is really cool, like even on a rifle round. It's not too justifiable, it really sort of puts you out of position, but as a bit of a pocket play when maybe you've got one saved M4 or something like that, it can be pretty cool.
Read it, and then BTN suspects the second. Yeah, pocket play, you get a singular kill with it. Was it really due to the boost? No. Was it fun? Yeah. And does that matter? Maybe. Second round for Nexus. Lots of maybes there, but Prezi in general that are now gonna have to focus on this round. No kit that will once more be bought. This was the same spot as we saw Nexus being in before. If you get a bomb plant, Prezi can go for the retake like they wanted to, but then it was still going to be rough all the way. You really do need that kit. outside presence. Yeah, he's trying to jump. Early fight for Raga being taken. The nade that does loads of damage on Equip. So a quick opener towards the side received. 2 smokes towards outside. Skaz that's trying to watch for the push. Jocardo falling away. Looking for a second is Skaz, but not able to pick it up. BTM will get it. So the equalize towards outside, maybe forcing some rotations. As Ursin adds another one to the tally. Equip still down low. This really won't make it all too well for the team of Nexus. Breezy rather here on the CT side. They're also stacking A. This is not looking good.
Another man advantage here, and with this A stack, the question is baked now, do they expect Zello at the bottom of this ladder? If he takes a step back, you'll see the suppressor instead starts walking up. Vera's able to react. That's a bit of a shame. Through our rose-tinted goggles, we can see all he had to do was take one step back, see that suppressor, and know exactly what's up. As long as BTN's still alive, though, I still fancy their chances. He's 7-0 right now. He has really warmed to Nuke nicely. And with this A stack, they will be able to comfortably get this bomb down on B, take the post plants, and try and fend off the retakers.
Yeah, and Breezy doesn't have a kit. Remember that.
Oh, wow, yeah. Yeah, this makes things a lot harder.
They were already setting up for a save, I think, right? That was the selling point here. The fact that they were on A, hoping that they would catch Nexus going A, otherwise saving, right? Oh boy. Not
I actually
allowing them
really
anything
don't
here,
like this
MJ.
call. I do not like this call at all. I mean, in the 4v3, you can sort of semi-justify it, but they brought it back to evens ages ago. They brought it back to the 3-on-3 way before that C4 went down. They could have very easily either rotated a player over or still committed to that A stack, but said, right, as soon as they go for the plant on B, then we can entertain a retake here. Now, right, fine, they didn't have a lot of util, but to be honest...
Round will go to Nexus. And so... they will start getting better and better weapons on the board, and constantly we're seeing that AWP not in the pockets of Cello, to be honest. Once again, if you don't need it, you wouldn't need to buy it as well, and if you would lose their AWP and give it away to Breezy, that's going to be lots of money given away, so a lot of arguments to say why you wouldn't go for the buy, and considering it's still only one, the only way is up by the looks of things right now. Although outside and an entry won't go the way. The Nexus Gaming side, a drop down from Equip. He's soon going to start moving his way through in towards Secret. With the control that Nexus have gained. Pretty good advanced positions.
Ooh.
Spray connecting to the bare minimum. Looks pretty promising this one though for Breezy.
Promising indeed. Still, Sketch down to a pistol. He's putting on the pressure. BTN can't actually swing out for the fight, so timing everything. Further damage dealt before he falls, but that's going to be a rifle retrieve. Now, in all of this chaos, they have actually given up the A site, so Nexus will at least be able to get the bomb planted here. And to be honest, this is not an impossible post plant. A 4v2 on paper, but we can see that it's a lot more complicated than that. There's layers to peel back here. Becky and Skedge are both on a slither of health, and one of the full HP players has just been taken down. So Zello, if he doesn't overcommit to the fight, might be able to pop a bullet into each, but instead swings out wide. Equip can trade it. Breezy get their first on the board. And yeah, not a bad outcome for them.
No. Looked much worse at the start. So much control for BTM, but then after all of his friends fell down, he was soon faced with a lot of trouble. A pinch from both Credit Card and Main, and also Secret getting involved in the party. Made him a sitting duck. After 3, it's an answer for Breezy a lot earlier than they did on Anubis, which is good. We've seen how Nexus is sometimes struggling a lot on that CT side here on Nuke. That will be probably a little less, but still, I've seen Nexus get beaten apart on their CT side of Nuke, which lets me to believe Breezy, as long as they keep hope, get a few of those rounds here on the CT side, it still could look quite promising. Nexus are starting to set up nicely towards the A side, and Nate thrown in the back of the side. Jocardo, a very advanced position. It's a chance to walk through, waiting for a swing, potentially from the back of the side as well, potentially from up close. That's one kill right there. Becky down low. The Nate did a lot of damage, and the finisher is right there. The hold from Zello. Whilst Jess tries to get involved into the party, there's no cigar for Breezy. Walking away, giving it up. It's a round for Nexus.
A big round as well. Biting back the other way after an awkward round lost in the last. VRS. Alright, does catch one. No major surprises that he's saving towards the T-spawn as well, so it's not like he's going to be too worried here that anyone's charging him. But to be fair, there is one on the T-roof, so if he does peek out a little too wide, he could be in trouble. And there you go, spotted, flick up, almost connects. That would have been a monster shot. But we'll still get away with this sniper. Regardless, it's a 4th on the board for Nexus, and it's a great start to their T campaign here. Considering this is Nuke, right? This is, yeah, this is impressive stuff.
Yeah, so far so good. Something we did somewhat see going, right? I've casted so much Nexus. Like, Nexus is kind of my home team every time. For some reason, they're kind of chasing me, right? Every time I have to cast, and oh, who is it? Let's say, okay, it might be Nexus, it might be Alternator Tux, but it's either one of the two kind of coming in. Nexus now being the one that once again gets put on that list. Seen so many incredible T-sides from them. The fact that BTN was on 8 kills, I mean, that's promising. We're no longer in the meta where it's like an IGL can't frag, right? Because you have to have all 5 fragging out. Goal strategies are still there, but at the same time, you really need 5 fraggers that are doing the work. You cannot have a Zeus in your team which is calling stellar, but at the same time, isn't able to connect the shot so frequently. Virus, I think that play wasn't really made on too much of a play. He was burning to a crisp almost there, now falling away, giving up the fight in a lot of control. Nexus is in the meantime going all the way into Secret. I don't know if Breezy is too aware. They have a player rotated down in Greta who's jump spotting. Now trying to check it out, and with the molly thrown, has to go huge. He doesn't do so. Tried to isolate them with the molly, but they've taken Bree's side freely.
Oh. With another shot going the way of Virez, at least there's something to come back into this with. But just as I say it, a carpet of fire emerges on the ramp position, so going to slow down this retake and actually might just call it off completely. BTN's Nate, decent chunk of damage, perfect timing on the peak. Shout can take himself one, but the numbers actually lean in the other way. And the AWP starts to entertain the idea of this once again. He'll creep back down the ramp. Ragga spotted, but emerges perfectly. And just like that, yeah, this one's done again. Becky has to get out of there with the AK. Breezy give it up, and 5-1. Nexus keep them coming.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, Breezy. Oh, Becky will die. Not the best of spots. No one's surviving for Breezy, but this round in general, right, they do an advanced play into lobby with, we saw what it did. Basically nothing, because Molly was thrown under the feet of Virus going for the play, so he almost died there and gave up a lot of control over lobby. You had a player rotating down, but really felt like Breezy was putting a lot of hope in Griller to go huge, and then with the molly and no kill, that makes it such a hard round. Breezy still draws back a bunch of players, but ultimately retakes haven't been their strongest point. We saw the Anubis, we see it here. Nex is able to catch them disjointed a lot of times, and that is a very tough way to speak of. Now, you have a good setup on Rent, but you still get broken. Nexus is just too good today.
Ragga might be caught out by the 5-7. No, quick enough to react, and can't quite follow up with a second. It's going to be Becky's cue again to grab an AK with a slither of health and just try to stay alive. BTN looking to punish him as he falls back. There you go. No silver linings for you, my friend. Shut down, shut out, 6-1. And Preezy, oh, yeah, okay, they've got enough to go for a hefty buy into this, but they really need to start putting some numbers on the board.
I mean, it's crazy, right? I mean, the thing I see as well there in the end, I mean, it might not be so much, but it's like BTN as well, after that final kill, he freezes. He's not moving anymore, he's not swinging like his knife about happiness, right? Back to the paper, back to our threats. Nexus is so damn composed. BTN already calling the strat before the round has even ended for the follow-up round, and it all seems to work. Okay, this time, advanced strategy is not the one to find an opener. Chocardu will be dropping away. So a start for Breezy, but the way Nexus have played so far, no memeing, absolutely nothing of fun. Win is fun. And winning, they certainly are looking to do.
Quick. Oh, no. Oh, alright, alright. I was going to say, he starts making noise, and I'm thinking he's going to be checked, but actually he's got his teammates out of main that sort of support the ship, stop it from sinking. Zello left in a 1v5, so yeah, somehow this has actually found itself in a pretty reasonable position. Nice shot back. Trapping is expensive, you know, it doesn't really matter. He knows he's not playing for the round, but yeah, if he can find a couple of kills there and sort of force some reinvestments, then he'll be feeling reasonably comfortable about it all. 6-2, Preezy take another.
I'm seeing a trend on the top. 3 for Nexus, 1 for Preezy. And the same repeating once more. Maybe we'll end on a 9-3 with Nexus getting 3 in a row now. Breaking economy part and everything could be possible. Something that won't be broken is that lovely event code that you can use at the skin.land site. It's currently parting up with us. Great way to buy and sell CS2, Dota and Rust skins as well for you. Just to use the code Apollo on that site. This round looking very good for Nexus. Oh boy, BTN falling down, but instantly a trade. You're speaking of a man that's required to do the damage. Chocardo is definitely one of those, and it works all. Nexus continuing the trend as it's 7 now to their name.
Yeah, that is impressive stuff. You know, it feels like every single time they have a little hiccup, they lose a round, you think, okay, this could be a chance for Preezy to, you know, pull together a couple off of this and maybe actually close this gap. Nexus fight back with real ferocity. It's brilliant work. Into the 10th. The Quip has just heard that sound cue with the molly. Knows that there's one behind this box. Yeah, just got quite a cool position over this, but knows that he doesn't want to overdo it. Oh, his teammate's been taken out and he couldn't quite finish off the trade.
We'll try now. Ooh, Virus. They do them pretty low. Boost won't be cleared. Now Urson fully focused on it. And then the trade from Griller coming in. Played well for Preezy to get out of that engagement with a 2-on-1. Equals the numbers out once more. Well, Preezy is going to reinforce ramp, making sure that's clear to put the pressure elsewhere. Nexus in the meantime having double outside. And if Raga can walk out of A and find Skash there waiting in main, that could be the cue to go A. This looks promising for Nexus, although Raga might as well just go down. With the players of Nexus doing so, they clear out lobby. And once Preezy has that, that should be the cue to start rotating, but it won't be to stop the plan from happening.
3v3 on paper, but again, one that is a little more complicated. 2 desperately low on health, but Preezy do not have the read hit. They're now playing for the outside control. In the next couple of seconds, I realise B's taken, but a long way to go to rotate.
Drop down from Secret. all three joining forces. This has been their pain point, right? The little retake. So playing it very composed and together could be the name of the game. One almost getting isolated. They know where Raga is. And now Jocardo has fallen away. You do get yourself a chance. BTN down low. 16 points of health. They do have a kit. They have to get on the bomb. BTN shouldn't take the diffuser down. Kills one. Looks for the diffuser. He gets it. I don't think there's time. BTN.
Oh no.
He's done it.
Oh, that's insane. That's so sick from BTN. The trigger discipline is alright, right? He sort of delays it a couple of extra seconds, and then just the peek out. He is so concise. He's so crisp on the man in the smoke, right? There's so many scenarios there where you sort of lose track of exactly where you planted. You spray, it's a little bit messy. You get a couple of shots off, but it's not lethal. Right there, he remembers exactly where he planted that bomb, lines it up perfectly, lands the instant headshot. And even with an instant trade, there's not enough time for Breezy. That's so sick from BTN.
And what you usually see is, okay, you're in spraying in the smoke, you see another person, right? You're gonna start, your mind is gonna go like, oh, wait, I gotta kill this guy because this guy's visible. BTN doesn't care. Just keeps on spraying in that smoke. Not focused on the guy there, knows his task, knows how to deliver. And now the execute into A to put the cherry on top.
So composed. This round gets a little bit scrappy, but it's okay. The trade's still converting. BTN actually left with another clutch. This time a 2v1. Hooks out. Not expecting a main player. It's a shame. So another on the board for Breezy, but still nothing to brag about. They're only on to 3. 8-4 half is, again, not ideal considering they're on the CT side of Nuke, but certainly better than a 9-3. A bit of a carbon copy of what we saw on that first map of Anubis, though, you know?
Hopefully. You know, I like myself some Counter-Strike, but by the looks of things, Nexus wants to end things quite quickly. This round, though, curse has already been broken, so now it's full circus that could come in, right? Not 3 in a row for Nexus, it's Breezy starting things off a little better. And an executor come by. Becky, Quip. Holding the line here on A. Help arise from Virus as well. And nothing. Put aside from Nex in this round besides that kill. Doesn't all matter too much. It's 8-4 where we're switching sides off. And although again, the rounds in the end got a little grim. Making Breezy get things going in the ending sides of the half. It's still Nexus to look the best while we're switching sides. And BTN in general, that looks amazing.
Yeah, he has been absolutely fantastic. I said to you in that first map, he can be a little bit hit or miss. Sometimes he turns up and he plays incredibly well. Sometimes he's a little bit absent. Today is one of those former days. Eight to 4, a good T-half. A good T-half. Nothing too crazy, right? This is still recoverable. They still need to proceed this with caution, but...
Yeah, they cannot be overzealous here. They just gotta be on their toes every step of the way. And we've seen what can happen if Breezy gets a finger. Might be able to take your whole hand away. BTN will have the chance up close, swinging through, getting the entry. BTN looking for more towards the outside. Kill from Cello. Dual Berettas are ringing through. It's just a juicy sound to hear once those shots connect. Well, the B side is taken over. Might not even matter. Planting in the open. Sketch was down low. Still has to plant here.
Alrighty. Alrighty, Nexus. Yeah, just breezing through that pistol round. No major stresses whatsoever. Nine on the board. A big gun's out, right?
Yeah, I mean, get the M4s. No utility on both BTN and Cello. And the fact that BTN is rocking no head armor is a little, I mean, ballsy, I guess, for him to do. I would say he's usually one mostly composed, right? But he's like, yeah, I'm feeling it right now. Let me have an M4 and I will show you what I can do. Betting the stats, Cello doing so on the other M4. FAMAS from Raga doing little rough. And all in all, a good round for Nexus to pick up. This was the quote-unquote easy round. Now we're gonna see how they will do against the full buy.
So double digits. And yeah, you're right, they are up against the full buy now, but massive round count in their favour, of course. Double MP9s, a FAMAS on Raga. And 4s on the rest. Raga anticipating that door to be blown open as soon as it is. Gets an incendiary in there so no one can play through it. Zello's got such a good pos here. This is so sick. There's no way they check this. A random stray shot from the FAMAS actually connecting through the smoke as well. Just drawing that slight attention away. Gorilla close. They're actually crunching into the A main player. Zello's got to reactivate. And even though they know he's there, they let him get away with 2.
Through Ursin, up close. So cool still. Skyzerdo falling away. Okay, Becky. Might create a chance. Bomb is outside, but 11 points of health in a dream. Both players freezing. No, your screen hasn't crashed. The stream hasn't crashed. Both of them were just fully silent, fully waiting. How long will Ursin keep on having that tunnel vision towards main? Because he should. As long as he can. Second doubt in himself, giving Becky a chance. And once he walks towards that red box, Becky might swing outside soon. Nope. I think he's going to get timing. Yep, there we have it. Kill found for Ursin. And with that, it's Nexus getting another round.
So close to the finish line now. Feels like they could just stumble over it. Preezy with not a lot to work with, you know. There wasn't too many silver linings to take away from that round loss. Didn't start off too shabby. They found the opening outside. They found the kill into A main. It looked to me like maybe they pull that together, but without a bomb plant and everything sort of going sour from there. It's just Mac 10s. Couple of Tech 9s. Raga catches one out as he tries to get through the ventilations. Ursin. Oh, that HG is going to be a slam dunk. It'll take both of them. And denies the extra plant money that could have come their way. Nexus, this is going to be 12. Equip knows this is cooked. A decent little switch. Wants to try and have a stab again with a rifle, but 8 chances to finish this off. Nexus have by far and away look like the better side here.
Yeah. 8 chances to do so. Still haven't lost a singular thing. So you can speak all that much, or me rather, can speak all that much about how good the side from Nexus is on the T side and how sometimes CT is lacking. Once you have players petting their stats the way they are at the moment, there's nothing that you can really do about it as you're Preezy. Other than to hope for a miracle to arise, which just isn't gonna make the cut. Kill found from Raga after a trade. So a chance provided. The molly will be thrown into Africa. Quip is waiting there. He's able to stand on freely. Might be the outside lurk that gets them into a more comfortable spot. But all in all, hey, that will be challenge soon, I think, for Preezy with a double stack right on there.
Well, 4v4 and slowing the tempo down. I quite like the approach here from Preezy. With 3 Galils walking into the open jaw of a sniper. This could be menacing. But the first pincer has missed the shot. Zello does follow up, but actually takes 2. Here's the third coming his way. Oh, it's so sick. Zello's good for all 4. And just like that, he shuts them out, takes the map. Oh my god. Zello, you demon. A Nexus, well, I mean, a comfortable 2-0, right? A couple of contingencies here and there, but ultimately, as we say, the better team today.
Yeah, I mean, this was to be expected, right? We all saw this coming. We were kind of looking at what the team from Preezy could necessarily do themselves, but ultimately it's them losing out once more, and Nexus doing quite well in this tournament. Should definitely be in the top 2, right, when we're looking at it. They still have a group together with Young Ninjas and Monty Gen. I mean, you would argue maybe Monty Gen had the showing. That matchup already went the way of Nexus, so that's what I'm saying. Nexus, Monty Gen, Young Ninjas on paper should be the top 3, right? Okay, Monty Gen already falling to the hands from Nexus. Now, you kind of only have yourself to prove against the Young Ninjas, and still that matchup against Recent Gaming, where we're gonna have our first look at what the UK team will in fact look like. Sorry, M&J, but UK Counter-Strike, you know, well, we're gonna have to find that all out.
Hold on a minute. Since I've moved here, you tell me about Dutch Counter-Strike for a minute, because this seems a joke. Exactly.
We don't talk about it.
So let's not make any low blows. Let's not make any cheap digs. But you're absolutely right. The tournament feels quite top heavy, right? You've got Navi Junior, Nexus, Permitter sort of in that upper echelon. You've got some teams like Agency, Reason sort of falling into that same boat as well. I think Preezy, unfortunately, come into that category where they are the expected sort of bottom of the group teams. But you know, I think Preezy gave us a good showing today.
Yeah,
I think they kept those maps reasonably competitive, especially there on Anubis. And if they were against, maybe not Nexus today, but one of the other teams in the group, I think that performance would have been sufficient. So, I'm excited to see what they can bring on another day. But of course, Nexus is the hot favourites. They take the expected result.
Yeah, I mean, Preezy have a lot of time to get to know what's all about, right, in this tier of Counter-Strike. There's also, and that's where I'm very excited about, right, summer break coming in. Not because there's no matches, but because after that we're going to see, first of all, the roster move. Second of all the rosters kind of building their foundation. After the summer break, we'll see who has prepped the most, who has gotten ready, and all those lineups will have their chance to show, right? Same for example, let's say that Entropic team now, with bringing in Fasher, Buzz, and Bragali, right? That now has a lot of events to play. It's not going too well, but maybe after the summer break, they'll have the chance. Same goes for Preezy, getting into that main tier role now. We're going to see what they can show here inside of other events and after that play break. I'm super excited for it, but yeah, Nexus taking a 2-0 for today.
Well, that's going to wrap things up, folks. We are going to be taking a short break. When we return, it will be the next series of the day. It won't be us, it'll be some new faces. But you definitely don't want to miss it, so don't go too far. We'll be back with more action soon.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
Skin.land is the site where you can sell your skin within 2 minutes and receive money on your card, crypto, or other payment methods. It's very easy. Look, put email address, set trade link, and bonus for you. Click on the gift, enter my promo code, and get $10 for free if you sell skins for $100. Pick skins you want to sell, click the payment method you want, confirm trade, receive your money. On Skin.land, you can also buy skins. Why Skin.land? The prices are much better than in Steam. You can check it yourself. Link in the description.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
Skin.land is the site where you can sell your skin within 2 minutes and receive money on your card, crypto, or other payment methods. It's very easy. Look, put email address, set trade link, and bonus for you. Click on the gift, enter my promo code, and get $10 for free if you sell skins for $100. Pick skins you want to sell, click the payment method you want, confirm trade, receive your money. On Skin.land, you can also buy skins. Why Skin.land? The prices are much better than in Steam. You can check it yourself. Link in the description.
That's exactly what's gonna happen now as well. Easy checks it long, saw the mid, now has to go. Blue White on one, Blue White on two. What was that? Blue White! Oh my goodness, could have been another frag. Easy. Indeed, pushing in through here aggressively. On the line once more. Lampada thinks there's only one. Checks it to the left side and now takes them all. Oh, Lampada on the spray transfer gets scored. He hasn't had great for games right now, so he has to pull through for his team. Can he find us? One on music.
the transfer!
Down the spray transfer, beautiful. He knows where the last one is as well. Lampada on the scout. Oh
my God!
What Lampada? What was that?
What is that?
What just happened?
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Apollo series. We already had our first best of 3 of the day, but before that, my name's Sir Danny, joined here by Edu, and well, fact of the matter is, that first best of 3 was actually pretty solid. In fact, we already had one of these teams competing here. That was, in fact, Pressy playing it up against Nexus, and that was actually a pretty clean victory there for Nexus. They managed to dispatch of Pressy relatively easily. A 2-0 fashion. They had a very successful first map there on Anubis, leading it in fact 7-0. Then kind of Pressy managed to brought it back in, but then that second map was completely a one-sided affair. And now Pressy, on the back of that loss, still have a chance to, well, fight back as they will go up against Monty Gen.
Yeah, and Monty Gen, actually a team that I recently casted over, and they were very strong against Nexus Gaming. They had a back and forth best of 3 going all the way to map 3. Very close games in that regard. But with us now getting into our map vetoes, we're going to see where they're actually going to land here. And Danny, looking at the map vetoes, knowing what we can expect from Monty Gen, I did see them play a lot of Anubis, Nuke, things like that. So I'm anticipating maybe the same.
You know what I'm anticipating? Fact of the matter is, both teams have very similar map pools, and I'm not joking here. I mean, Pressy always permabans Inferno. Same goes for Monty Gen. Both teams, in fact, tend to be playing maps like Anubis, Vertigo, and this is interesting. The first ban we get to see is, in fact, the ban of Anubis. So this kind of tells me that Monty Gen believes that Pressy is the better squad on that map, and I wonder what kind of maps can we anticipate to be picked. So Nuke is going to be first one. I am kind of expecting to perhaps get a Dust 2 out of this. I'm getting the feeling that Monty Gen might be interested to flex their Dust 2 muscles, considering that that is a pretty aim-heavy map. And on paper, Monty Gen just feels like it is the better roster, and they should be able to win it out against a squad like Pressy. And we can see, yeah, there's Nuke. Vertigo has been picked by Pressy, so no surprises there. It is also a map they tend to play relatively often, and I wonder what's going to be the third and final map, because I'm hoping that it might actually be a Dust 2 pick.
Yeah, I think that we're waiting here because they were deciding to either ban Ancient or Dust 2, and that's really, it did come down to Pressy here. And I understand it. Dust 2 haven't gotten to see it yet. So this is a little bit back and forth here for them. But now looking at Nuke as the first map pick, Monty Gen actually dominated on this map last time, and in a just dramatic fashion when they were playing last. So I'm kind of concerned for them because Nexus Gaming did, get knocked a little bit down after that game as Monty Gen, actually Nexus Gaming beat them, but Monty Gen, the Nuke was their strong suit. But Vertigo being Pressy's map pick as well. Vertigo, recently it's been in a lot of these players' minds, but I would still say that like Anubis would have been Monty Gen or Pressy's like better map, but having Monty Gen actually ban it outright is a little bit interesting. But Ancient as that decider, honestly, not too shabby. I think it's a very mixed bag because usually you don't see Nuke, Vertigo, and Ancient as the three maps.
Yeah, this is a very peculiar setup of maps because, yeah, in a best of three, you can kind of anticipate that something like Anubis might actually appear, something like Ancient might in fact appear. Okay, that has become a kind of standard practice in a lot of these best of threes. And well, to see a map like Nuke, okay, that's a little bit more uncommon. To see a map like Vertigo also pop up in the same best of three, okay, now that is rather peculiar. And well, picking a map like Nuke, to me, it shows that Monty Gen, even though this particular five-man roster hasn't been together, well, for a long period of time, we're talking just a couple of weeks or so, and the fact that they're picking a map like Nuke tells me that they have done the prep. It's not easy playing on a map like Nuke, and if you are picking it, then to me, this shows that, okay, you're very much comfortable on a map like Nuke. You're anticipating that your team play as well as team cohesion is going to be better on a map like Nuke. And obviously, you know the basics, like what smokes to deploy, what are some of the tactics you want to use. So this feels like a comfortable pick for a team like Monty Gen. But, I think this is where things get interesting on that third and final map, potentially in the best of three, because it does feel like Prezi is still the better squad on a map like Vertigo. But even though on paper, like I'm saying, Monty Gen should be the better team. But one thing I want to point out here is on the side of Prezi, one individual in particular, and that's Griller, who is by far like their best player. He's in fact the clutch factor for the team. He's their highest rated player as well. And I do believe that for individual, it is easier to have a greater individual performance, say, on a map like Vertigo than, say, well, on a map like Nuke.
I will agree. I think that Nuke, in everything that it brings in map one, really just kind of tosses these players' mentalities up, because Nuke is a map where if you do keep that momentum, it does not transfer to other maps. It is a very unique play style. So really coming down to map one, it's about just getting that little bump to make sure that you can maybe go for a 2-0. But with these map picks, I'm pretty positive that we're going to be seeing a full best of three played out here, because the way that both of these maps are just so different, like Vertigo and Nuke are, I think, the most further apart in actual play style that you can get. So, seeing that as the first map, second map, I think we are going to be getting into this with, a lot of fierce competition from both Pressy and from Monty Gen. So let's hope that these guys are going to be able to bring the level of gameplay that here at the Apollo series we expect. So let's hopefully jump on into that game. But before we do that, again, special shout out to our sponsor, skin.land. If you guys want to go over there to sell Counter-Strike, Rust, or Dota skins, make sure you go over to skin.land, as they do have a little bit of a bonus if you sell up to $100 in skins, as well as a 24/7 service. And it is so just secure, safe, and trusted, and just a little bit more value than the Steam market. So go over to skin.land. And again, thank you to our sponsors. But back onto the topic at hand here, Sir Danny. What do you think about that third map, that decider, that ancient map?
Yeah, the third map is a peculiar one, right? Because Pressy, capable of playing in a map like Ancient. For them, it's not a map that they shouldn't be able to play or something like that. But whereas you think about a map like Ancient for a squad like Monty Gen, like, okay, now that map is in fact better for them. I mean, Monty Gen has in their previous iterations have played a map like Ancient, and they should be capable of going against a squad like Pressy, who currently, the academy roster that has been transferred to the main roster, there's still some adjustment that needs to be done, in this level of Counter-Strike in particular. And so far, I mean, Prezi has been, I don't even want to say or use the term underwhelming, because, they've been put into these bigger shoes that they have to fill, and it's not an easy task. And well, going up against a team like Monty Gen on a map like Ancient, it's definitely not going to be easy for them. And I kind of want to edge out Monty Gen in general in this best of three. Even if we do get to that third map, I do believe that Monty Gen would have what it takes to eventually secure the victory.
Awesome. And we will find out after a short break. When we come back, we should be in the game. Map number 1, Nuke, coming up next. Did you turn me up yet? Yeah, let me turn it up for you. All right, I'll just keep talking, and then you just tell me when. Yeah, all right.